Hiya, Luke here. Sorry this place is an absolute tip. We're actually in the process of moving out and moving back to my parents' house for a bit before we move into a new flat, which is pretty exciting. Today I'm starting a new mini-series, Q&A series. So some of you will know if you sign up to my website, Health Room, if you sign up to the newsletter, one thing I ask you in the first email that you get, or it might be the second one, is what is the one thing that you're sort of struggling with when it comes to habit changing, habit forming, or just generally living healthily or eating healthily or movement. So yeah, I ask you what you're struggling with and just to reply to the email, and then if I have any ideas I'll get back to you. So that's all well and good. I've been doing that quite a lot. Some of you will have had emails off me. I can't always get to you, but I try my best to reply to everyone. But I kind of thought that that's maybe not the most efficient way of doing things, just replying to one person. So I thought instead, when I get your questions, your queries, if I think that my answer could maybe benefit more people than just you, then maybe I'll just make a video out of it. So that's what I'm going to be doing with this Q&A series. I think we'll probably do maybe one a week, maybe a couple a week. I don't know. We'll just see how it goes. Depends how many questions I get. So the first one today is a question off Sarah. She says, "Hey Luke, the one problem I struggle with the most is knowing when to push myself actively and when I need to rest. I struggle with chronic pain from injuries and I want to be more active and get back to doing more sports and yoga. But I'm worried I will overdo it and do more damage." Okay, cool. So that's something that I have a bit of experience with that. So some of you will know I had some health problems when I was in uni, which was a couple of years ago now. So I was getting bad mouth ulcers and I was really run down all the time. But I really wanted to be training. I wanted to be exercising and just moving as much as I could. So when I started recovering, I'd started changing my habits, and once I finished uni, really, I'd started to recover, started to be a bit healthier. I wanted to get back into training, but I couldn't really. Every time I tried training, I'd push myself a bit too hard and I'd get injured or I'd start getting symptoms again, I'd start getting ill again. So one of the big things that I did was actually adjusting the training that I was doing. So I used to do a lot of high intensity stuff. It was a lot of like martial arts and like high intensity interval training, that sort of thing, like Tabata sort of stuff. I love doing that sort of stuff, but it really does put a lot of strain on your body. It really is. It's quite stressful. You get a lot of lactic acid buildup. It's a real shock to the system. So although I enjoyed doing it, I made the decision that I was going to really limit that amount of training. I started doing stuff that was lower impact. I moved to instead of, because I used to go for quite high intensity runs. So I'd run like maybe 5 miles, but do it at a fast pace, or a fast pace for me. It wasn't actually that fast. Um, so I switched that up. I started training, doing longer runs at a lower intensity. I'd keep my heart rate in that aerobic zone. So I'm not getting that lactic acid buildup. It's not really as much of a stress on my body. So yeah, I made that shift in my training to lower intensity stuff. I started doing more mobility work and more flexibility work, which is it's stuff that's it doesn't require a lot of exertion, but it's still good for you. It's gonna prepare your body a lot better for the high intensity stuff if you did choose to do that further on down the line. So yeah, I think just sort of dial it back, really think about what your goals are. Do you really need to be doing really high intensity stuff? Is that conducive for your health, or can you switch it out for something else? You gotta just kind of work around these things. Injuries, they're annoying, and illnesses are annoying, but you sort of just gotta do what you can. You can't let what you can't do stop you from doing what you can do. So just try and listen to your body, because only you know your limits, really. And just try and be patient with it. It can be frustrating. I still get frustrated now when I can't push myself the way I'd like to. But I think you just gotta pay your body some respect and just be patient with it, and just treat it kindly. I used to have that thought pattern that I needed to go hard or go home, and didn't count as a session if I wasn't sweating and like nearly throwing up. But you kind of just gotta let that go, I think, and just be satisfied with what you can do, and just try and make it work as best you can. So yeah, I hope that's maybe helpful in some way. If any of you do have any questions, then you can ask them in the comments section below if you want. But if you subscribe to my newsletter, you get my free habit forming guide, and you can ask me questions there. And if I feel like I can maybe help more than one person, then I'll maybe do a video. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.